And hello and welcome to the Plastic EP 1000 show, episode 4, Worldwide Super Beatles Collectibles and Collectors. With us today, we've got Pat Graham, Daniel Costin, Terry Crane, Mr. Shampoo, and Charles Rosenet, and perhaps other special guests to come in a little bit with Plastic EP.
Yep, Alex is coming on now. We'll give him a warm welcome once he's on. It won't be long. I love this technology out there. Half the time it doesn't work. They either can't talk or they can't show themselves. How are you, Alex?
Hey.
We're live. We're live now.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce you and we'll get into it. We want you to talk about Plastic EP before we start. And we go straight to Charles. Charles, say whatever you want about Plastic EP and the 1,000 shows, and also tell them about your fantastic Beatles book.
Well, what I don't think people realize is this is the 1,000th special honoring 1,000 shows. It ain't just one show or two shows. This just goes on and on forever until 1,100 or 1,200. You know, that'll happen in a few weeks. Guys, if you've never seen the show, you've been under a rock, because for the past few years, this man has come out of nowhere to become like the world's most interesting and fascinating and coolest podcaster, if you want to use it. He's beyond podcasting, because, you know, a podcaster usually does a show a week. He does a show an hour, and he's just unbelievable because he's come up with the most interesting shows. And aside from tonight, the greatest guests. And we look down that it's literally a who's who in the entertainment field, from rock to pop culture to horror, you name it. He's covered it, with little maybe emphasis on Beatles and monkeys, but I think we're all right with that. So I'm just pleased to be on the same panel of everyone, once again celebrating the 1,000th Plastic EP show.
Yeah, here. Congratulations.
Congratulations, EP.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. Now, just want you to tell us about your fantastic book there, Charles.
Well, it's the book of top 10 Beatles lists, where celebrities were kind enough to give me their top 10 lists, 64 different rock and rollers, people connected to the Beatles, history, associates of the Beatles, and also people, you know, just in the general entertainment field, anyone from Dick Cavett to Tommy Chong to Pete Best. And it's just a fun, great read. It's pop culture. And I did it, you know, in a few years, put it out very psyched. I didn't have it out back when Alex and his wife were on my Beatles tour to Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I had it this summer. As you know, Plastic and some of my friends out here, Terry was with me last year, and I think Mr. Shampoo's going to come with me in the near future. We've been doing the Beatle tours to Liverpool for 40 years. I just celebrated my 40th anniversary with a whole crew of really fun people, and we're able to get a lot of cool people to give us a special 1,000 congratulations to Plastic EP from that. But between doing the tours for 40 years, and I'm going to keep doing and putting out this new Beatle book, just really excited about the fact that it never dies. It just continues to mushroom and snowball, and there's more fans and more friends as the years go on.
I got to say, it's a fantastic worldwide selling book. And let me tell you, I love your haircut there, Charles. It looks real Beatles. No joke. It's early Beatles.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, and I'm glad it's blonde, because last time you came on one year when we were celebrating a show, and I think you had a red goatee, was it, or red hair? I don't forget, or green. I'm not sure.
It was during COVID. It's when Mr. Shampoo and I couldn't get together as often, so the colors went awry.
Anyway, now we'll move to Terry Crane. Say something if you want now. Your synopsis, or how can you describe Plastic EP over 3.5 years? What is Plastic EP? You know, like I got people call me Elastic. I got different names coming out. I'm fantastic. It's great. All right, just go for it, Terry.
One of the things I think you have brought to all of us, and especially me, is in all the years that we've all been involved with the Beatles and researching and listening to music and all this stuff and reading magazines and reading the internet and all this, I keep I kept running into these names like Charles Rosenet and Chachi Lapri and Daniel and everybody on the panel and all these other names that were like these mythical people to me. I did not know who they were. I'm in Southern Illinois. I hadn't got around much to see who some of these people were. And then all of a sudden, EP, I get on your show and we start doing shows together and we start interviewing people. And all of a sudden I start meeting some of these people. I know it's through Zoom or on the computer and all that, but there's those people. I've met that person that I always read their name or the byline to a magazine article or something like that. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that I could take away with this. And thank you tremendously for it, EP, is to bringing us all together way more than we ever thought we could have. With you coming into our lives and helping us use this technology way to our advantage.
Well, I appreciate that a lot. I just want to say when they had the statue there in Liverpool, right, of Brian Epstein, and I said your name's carved inside there, right, because I saw the list of the people that gave money, and you didn't know anything about it, and you were in Liverpool. Was that amazing that I was able to tell you something that you didn't even know?
That was a great moment because I was literally, such a weird story. I'm literally 20 feet away from the Brian Epstein statue. They just dedicated. We were on Charles's tour. It was great timing. They just dedicated. And I'm standing there looking at the statue and I look down at my phone and EP has texted me and said, your name's on the statue. And I go, what? Because it's right there in front of me. So he sends a picture of where this article talks about they had carved people's initials into the statue that had donated. So I walk 19 and a half feet because I'm 20 feet away and I get real close. There's people all around me wondering what I'm doing. I'm under Brian Epstein's jacket is what it is. And under that jacket in that area, the sculptors had put all these initials in there of people, and right there was mine. I took the picture. I said, EP, look at this. You talk about a small world, and I will always cherish that moment. That was a wonderful moment, EP.
Yeah, and I sent you the list. I sent you the list of everyone that was on there. Charles.
No, I just wanted to take what Terry said one step further. And the fact is, Daniel Costin and Terry and Jan Mitchells, and it goes on and on. All the people who've met as a result of being on your show, yet none of us have really met you. So we're not quite sure if you're Max Headroom, if you're a real human or not. We don't know. We're just guessing that you are. You might be an alien. We're not 100% sure. Scott, what's your read on that, man?
I'm not quite sure if he's real, but he isn't going Max, so he's not Max.
Yeah, and I also got to say this: Gary Puckett has met me live. Okay, Gary Puckett did a Melbourne concert, and Vicky and I were the only people to meet him. So you ask Gary, ring Gary. Now, I just want to say, Pat Graham, I've been waiting for you to sum up Plastic EP. Right, I'm just saying, because every time you wear your Beatle t-shirts, the Christmas Beatle t-shirt, whatever it was, it makes the show. So before you start talking about Plastic EP, let's see that T-shirt. Just stand up.
Okay. Well, this is the new Beatle T-shirt. Yeah, there's not many of these out there. So,
I like that.
Wow,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's great. I just want to tell you, I'm double extra large or extra large, whatever you got floating around there. Right?
We'll get one to you, EP. We'll get one to you for the next time.
Yeah, better make it extra large because I think double X is too big. All right, I want to wear it out in the street so no one knows what I'm doing. Okay, so do that. Now, Pat, I want you to sum up, say whatever you want about Plastic EP. We'll go through everyone and then we'll start with Alex and Jude's collection. So say whatever you want. Sum me up in 3.5 years.
Well, how do you sum up all the great shows that I've seen and some of them that I've been on, and all the people that I've met as well? It's been great, and what has happened is, as Charles said, it's connected people all around the globe, and some of these guys I've met now. I've met Terry in person last year, albeit we've seen each other several times on the show, and I've met Lorraine this year in Liverpool. She couldn't be with us tonight, but it's just you've been that link that has connected us all together, and it's such great fun. That's what I love about it, and such great listening to back to the days when the first show I think I did was you had Dennis on, and I was just like, had my mouth open all the show, just looking at his collection and things. And, it's just every show I just enjoy the blast. And of course now Alex and Judy, we're into part 4, I think, and I'm looking forward to seeing their goodies tonight again.
Yeah, well, we've got a few new items, so you'll enjoy it.
I just hope that people come up to you, Pat, and recognise you as a celebrity, because that's what you are, and tell you that they love the Plastic EP show when you're showing your T-shirts, especially the Christmas one.
Yeah. Coming soon, that one.
Sorry, Christmas is coming. I can't wait for that episode. Daniel Costin, sum me up.
The Plastic EP show is not just a job; it's an adventure. It's been a blast, working my wild schedule around the show. But Plastic, if you call, I'm going to make from the weirdest of places I've dialed into your show. So I look forward to many more in the days and years to come.
Yeah, your car seems to be your office.
Pretty much.
Well, next time, what you got to do is just toot the horn. Nathan, Lou, just sum it up.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I wanted to say that, it's great that the technology is so good now that we can all be in real time and be friends and be on the Plastic EP show, because I'm over here in Canada and, I'm in a Beatles tribute band over here, and being on the Plastic EP show gave me an opportunity to meet all the Beatles tribute bands that he had. And my favorite interview was Mitch Weisman, because I'd always been a fan of Beatlemania. And, we all have this information about the Beatles, but we could never really use it until we got to the Plastic EP show. We all discussed it. And Charles Rosenay was doing it back in '78 with his paper. Congratulations, Charles, because you were doing it well ahead of everybody, even before Mr. EP there. But that's okay. But Plastic EP definitely is different because there's nobody like him. It's hard to be him. And those glasses that he wears, that is Plastic EP. If he didn't have them, he would just be a regular guy. And that's not, no pun intended, right, Plastic? Because I talk to him all the time, and he's just like everybody else. But when you put on the glasses, the mannerism, the voice, everything changes. Isn't that right, Plastic?
That's right. I feel naked without the glasses. Now, let's move on to Jude and Alex, right? So whatever you want to, about Plastic EPs reaching the 1,000 show, and then we'll get straight into the collectibles.
Well, I mean, we're kind of new to the Plastic EP family, right? We've been doing Beatles for over 20 years. And, even gone back to our little tour that we did with Charles. Charles, I don't know if you remember, but we still remain friends with many of the people that was on the tour with us. So the whole Beatles network is just a wonderful thing. And it's really funny because, the minute you get in any network with the Beatles, all of a sudden your little web of friends just grows exponentially. So we've made a lot of friends just on the 3 shows that we've been on with EP. EP, you've always welcomed us. You've made us feel like old friends. And Judy and I are just very, very honored to be on part 4 with you and to help you celebrate your show. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. And as I said, when I go and I tour the world, which I will, right, I will come and try to come to flying to Texas. I've got a relative there as well, and we'll meet up for lunch. All right. So I'll do my best with my wife to get there, because you got to understand something. When Plastic EP flies all over the world, it's like that movie, The Griswolds. I don't want to start, but it's like 2 crazies on the road. Now let's get right into your collectibles.
All right, so let's see. I'm going to flip the camera around real quick. Let's see. Hold on, I'm getting old, guys. Got to put my glasses on. Let's see.
Oh, who is that?
So we got to flip that around right there.
EP, notice how Pat and I get closer to the screen when this when they start doing this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still trying to flip it around.
That's all right. Here we go. What's new?
Is that better? Here.
Yeah, let's see what's new.
There you go.
Can you see me or Judy?
I see Jude. Let Jude do it. Jude's great. Go, Jude, or you can do it.
There you go.
All right. Well, we've got turn it around. Well, we've been around the rooms a few times, and initially, like the first 3 times that we've kind of spun around the collection, we really didn't know exactly what to focus on. And what made it so much fun is Pat, Terry, Lorraine, EP, you would always ask us questions about, certain items, because we were just walking around kind of pointing what we liked, and you would see something behind us and you would say, what is that? And pull that out and show it to us. But we've got a few kind of newer items that I wanted to share with you. And, years ago when we first started doing our Beatle collecting, we were buying, all the nice little items that had color and cool graphics, as much as we could find in great condition. And we really, really didn't think much about packaging or boxes, things that the items may have come in, that, as you all know, people would, the stores would throw them out in the trash after they unpack the goods. Kids would throw the box away, or so on and so on. So we started focusing a little bit more lately on trying to maintain and trying to find some of the, the boxes and packaging, shipping cartons, things like that. But I've realized now that, man, they're harder to find than the items themselves. But I do have a few things, and I know that everyone has probably already seen some of these. But, we've got the shipping boxes here where the drums had come in. They're usually hard to find, with the big label down here. But I think they're even harder to find with the Ringo drum set, the pink sticker, and the Super Ringo Star drum kit. I think those are a little bit harder to find. These I would probably put in my kind of upgrade collection, right? Or my upgrade category. But, one box that I really like is the Mastro, the snare drum, because I think it's just got great color, great graphics. And look.
And a great price.
Yeah, only $14.88.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
I'll give you 15 bucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll sell it to you for 15, EP.
Okay. And I also want to say, Charles knows whatever collectibles you're talking about, they're very hard to collect. We know that because from the 60s till now, Beatle collectibles in great condition from the 1960s are very, very hard to find. Even collectors now going to those conventions and that, there's less sellers. Okay,
Right.
continue on.
Right. Yeah, so, and then we have a pretty good collection of the guitars around, and I think everyone has seen this box. Just the regular guitar box with a label on it. But the one that I really like is the one that the Red Jet guitar came in. And the Red Jet guitar, it's basically the same box, with the exception of the box is kind of more of a wood grain finish. And so I think that's just really cool.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know if everyone knew that, because I thought I saw that you could get the Red Jet that didn't come in a box, like in a different kind of a packaging, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask you what's that worth, just roughly in American dollars? Just give me an idea.
Oh, the Red Jet?
Yeah.
So I have the Red Jet guitar. I also have the little amp that kind of came with it.
Yeah.
I've seen them go with the box probably anywhere from maybe $3,000 to $5,000. It just kind of depends on the condition and how bad you really want it. So, and I've seen them go a lot cheaper as well. But sometimes they've got the little silver. It's not embossed. It's actually applied a little. It says the Beatles on it. And the Red Jet is really hard to find because a lot of times they're cracked and pieces are missing. But the Red Jet, if you're not familiar with it, is basically their version of an electric guitar. So
Right.
a toy electric guitar.
Alex, is that box just heavy cardboard or really a cheap wood?
No, it's cardboard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cardboard, and it's you see, it's just like the other box, except they use more of a wood grain material.
Okay.
Yeah,
There it
wood
is,
grain
right there.
There it is.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alex, let's go through the items. We've got about 10 minutes left, unfortunately.
That's
so
cool.
just go wherever you want and we'll keep going.
Okay, so we're going to go real quick then. Recently, we acquired, the Beatles hairbrushes.
Yep.
We acquired the Beatles hairbrushes, and so this is the box they came in. You can actually see the word Beatles stamped on there. And the cool thing about this is this box has 2 full boxes of the Beatles brushes still inside. And inside each one of those, I pulled this out. Inside each one of those is the original, little advertisement that came with it.
That's great.
Awesome.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool piece. The other thing we just recently picked up was the Beatles dolls, the Remco dolls.
Great.
And this is the shipping box for the Beatles Remco doll.
Harrison.
Yeah. So my problem is every time I buy something like this, I need to fill it, right? So it becomes a very expensive investment because now here I am looking for a Ringo Remco doll so I can fill the box up. So anyway, makes good Christmas gifts, fellas, if you want to send me one.
I'm not sure where you'd find one of those either. I really don't know that.
You're talking about the Remco box?
Terry just picked one up.
Oh.
The Ringo doll.
Here's another piece that we acquired that I really like. It's the store display where they would put the Avedon posters. And this is
I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I haven't seen that.
And sparkles. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you don't hold me to it, but I think it held, I don't know, maybe like 40 posters. So 10 of each, of each of the boys. And then I think it also had maybe another 10 of the really long, the black and white with all 4 boys in it. So it had a combination of posters that went inside. But I've never seen one before. And I was talking to Dennis about it, and he says he's only seen one. He says he thinks this is it, and he thinks it was his.
That's great.
Another thing we got. I think you saw this last time.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
The Beatles,
Yes,
the
we
Beatle
talked about
Buddies portraits. But
Yeah, I love that.
this is and this one's not actually in great shape, but this is actually the box that it came in. And anything that has Beatles stamped on it's pretty cool.
Oh, it's the lion on there. Pull see the text on there. The Boone Lion Enterprises. That's Pat Boone.
Yeah.
Pat Boone. Yeah, there he is. Right there. Who said that? If you can't beat them, join them. Is that what you said, Terry?
Yes, that's exactly what he said during that time.
All right, now I got something. Pat, are you sitting down, Pat?
Yeah, I'm sitting down, Alex.
Okay, I got something to show you that I think you're going to really like. I know you are.
Your backside?
So, our Beatles shampoo that you and I like?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's the shipping box for the Beatles shampoo.
Hey, I need some because I'm losing hair. Just send it to Plastic EP in Melbourne, Australia. I don't need the Beetle. Hey, hang on. I don't need the Beetle brushes. I just need the shampoo.
No. Well, I don't think it says guaranteed to grow hair back, but if I get an extra bottle, if I get an extra bottle, Pat gets it. If I find a third bottle, you get it.
Okay.
Anyway, I think this is in beautiful shape.
That's great.
A cut line on it. Beautiful. It's never been cut. So anyway, so those are kind of the newer items that we've never talked about. So
yeah, and those are awesome.
Yeah.
I also got to say I love Mr. Shampoo's hat because I've got to explain. Here in Australia, we've got a material that's like a towel. You go to the beach and you use a towel to dry yourself. Well, they were smart in the 60s. They made those hats in a towel, the same material. So they were basically bucket hats, and it was like terry toweling, they call them. And you bought the towel and you bought the hat. Ingenious here for Australia. You use the same material as the towel. Right, let's keep going. Whatever you got there.
What else?
Yeah, just show a few items before we wrap.
Okay, a few more items. I actually was able to fill and complete the red box full of the OPT cards.
Yeah,
all still sealed up.
That's
I actually have enough to fill the blue box too. So there's another 36 cards right there.
Unbelievable.
And I have
you got Wacky Plex? That's my favorite. Wacky Plex.
Sit. I hope you're sitting down. So I have a Plex card.
Oh, that's
still
great.
Sealed up.
Still
great. Sealed.
Just show it to me. And what you do is, in your will, just send that to me, okay?
You know what I'm going to do, EP? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it out of this plastic, and I'm going to put your initials on the back, so I won't forget who wants it.
Please, but can I tell you something? I love doing these shows, because normally what I do is I try and get the collector by surprise and say, can you open it up and let's see the cards? And then they want to do it, but then they stop. They get a shock realizing that they lose value by opening it.
Yeah, someone tried to sell me a wrapper with cards as he wasn't trying to sell it as sealed, but he wanted, the money as if it were. And I said, but all you have is a bunch of cards and an open wrapper. He goes, but they're so hard to find. I said, well, yeah, but the price should be set accordingly.
The best thing, just tell them, listen, I'll do you a favor and just pay the original 5 cents.
Now, wait a minute. I need a little bit of a markup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Postage.
those are kind of like the highlights, that we were going to show everybody today. Just so everyone knows, these are actually pretty hard to find. The applause dolls, the black ones up here. We actually have the whole set of the boxes that they came in. So I only pulled one out, obviously Paul's, but I've got the other 3 kind of stored up top there. So aside from that, we can take a spin around the room again. We can see if anybody has any questions, but those are kind of some of the items that I know that we didn't talk about last time.
I just want to say it's been a fantastic show. We're out of time. I love you all. Thank you so much for this 1,000 show. And, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Judy. We love you guys and we love everyone else. Just thanks so much for being on the show. And we salute you as a super Beetle collector. What do you got there, Scott? Quick.
Oh, this is Jude Kessler's
Yes.
Should Have Known Better. Hopefully it will be our next audiobook. And before
Really?
that, I had Jay Bergen's book, which I also did the audiobook for.
Yeah, go out and buy it. I've interviewed Jay. All right. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank
we
you.
Love you.